Hi, this is Eva with Glam Enough, and today we're talking about bronze eyeshadow. Why? Because they're beautiful and because I truly think that they match every eye color, look great on every skin tone. If you're like, I don't know if they work for me, well, I'm going to swatch a bunch of my favorites, and hopefully that will help you find one that's right for you. The inspiration for this video comes from Michelle1218, who I've been watching for years. She used to do a series, it was a series of comparison videos, and where she would compare, several versions of something. And I really love those videos. Let's get on to the eyeshadows. The first shadow and I'm going to show you today is from my Tarte's Pro To Go palette. The bronze color in this palette is called Boss. So Boss, I would consider a true bronze shade. It has some warmth, it definitely has some brown in it, it has some nice shimmer, no big chunky glitter or sparkle, that's just not my jam. And it's actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and this is how I prefer to wear bronze shadow on my eyes. I just put a very neutral color in the crease. I'm using this Bobbi Brown shade in Toast. It's very, very light. When I'm wearing something kind of bold like this, I like to wear this in the crease just to kind of blend out the shadow so I don't just have like shimmer, 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 and then nothing. This gives me just a nice subtle transition shade. I also have an under my eyes eyeliner, and I'll link my video on how I like to wear eyeshadow as eyeliner and the brushes I like to use. But if this is a little too much action for you, if you like a really natural matte look, you could do this just above the eyes in a subtle, subtle eyeliner look. Or if you want something bolder, use a sparkly shadow in the crease. Use it in your outer V. Choose a darker bronze in the outer V. The next color I'm about to show you is also from Tarte. This is from the Tartelette in Bloom palette. And the color I'd like to show you here is called Firecracker. Okay, let's put that next to Boss and see what happens. Firecracker leans a little cooler, a little bit more brown, whereas Boss has a little bit more warmth to it. They are pretty much on par with the amount of sparkle in them. Next up, I have a color from Buxom. This is just one of their refillable palettes, and this is called Bold Bling. I find these colors blend really easily. They're pigmented. So that is how Bold Bling compares to Firecracker and Boss. Now, Bold Bling is warmer and lighter than Firecracker. It's about the same hue as Boss, but it's definitely more of an orange bronzy shade. So I would say this is kind of a lighter and brighter bronze. Next, I have Mythology by MAC, which is a much darker shade. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. Certainly darker than Bold Bling. I'm going to do another stripe of this because it's not that pigmented. So there it is with two swatches, a bit darker than the others, warmer, maybe even more toward copper. I would say Bold Bling and Antiqued have a little bit more copper in them. It's a warm, brown, coppery bronze. My final MAC shade is Sable, definitely more on the browny bronze scale. Okay, so this is MAC Sable. This is going to be more brown than Antiqued and more brown than a lot of the others. Sable and Antiqued are not as shimmery as the other three, but it definitely has a warmth and a light shimmer to it. Not quite as coppery as Antiqued, just a nice warm brown with kind of a bronzy shimmer to it. I have two shadows from the Loreal Uncut palette. This palette is chewed up. As you can see, it has been well loved and well used. And so have the shadows. They're kind of gross to look at, but they're so gorgeous. So the two I'm going to show you are Unattainable up here in the center, and the one right beneath it, which is Uncensored. Definitely more brownie bronze, but it's certainly bronze. So Unattainable is the first one. There is Unattainable next to all the other shadows. So Unattainable is the closest to Bold Bling by Buxom. They have the same sheen and the same bronzy tone to them. Uncensored is the next one. So let's see how this looks. Uncensored, I would say this is the most browny bronze. It's not like any of the others. I guess it might be closest to Firecracker. It doesn't have the same amount of shimmer that Firecracker does, but in terms of the tone, it's like a slightly darker brown than Firecracker. Last one. This is by Too Faced. I just have it in this little sampler palette. This color Push Up, because I love this color so much. The palette it comes in, which I will list below. So let's put this below. I love this one. I love it. I love it. Spoiler alert, this might be my favorite. So this is Push Up. And there it is against all the other colors. I would call this a true bronze. It doesn't lean reddish, it doesn't lean brownish, but it's not quite as warm as Boss. It has a slight coolness that Max Sable has. The thing about favorites for me is it really depends on what my eye look is. Sometimes I want something that's more of a brownie bronze, especially if I'm going to wear it in the outer third, or if I want kind of a darker smoky eye. If I'm just looking for something light and bright, I will go to like Bold Bling and just put that all over my lids and under my eyes. These are all favorites in that I haven't removed them from my collection. So no true favorite. I'm going to wishy-washily say it depends on what I'm wearing it with. I would love to hear about your favorites. What are your favorite bronze shadows? What do I need to add to my collection? And let's all share ideas on how we like to wear these colors. What do you like to pair it with? I think bronze and burgundy is really gorgeous together. Bronze and maybe a charcoal gray would be really pretty. Tell me how you like to wear it in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.